What's good, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing amazing today. Welcome to a very special episode of Mo on the Mic. I'm your host, Mo from the Zoo, and I have a very, very special guest today. My man, my dog, Jay Money. Joseph, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well. Before we get into the interview, I always run down a list of accomplishments, man. You got a bunch of them. So bear with me. We got all Three Rivers first team all conference when you was in high school.
Right.
We have two-time UMAC all academic first team,
Okay.
and we have UMAC all first team, all conference first team as well, twice as well. We have Nadaro's Jets. Forgive me if I mess up the name. Nadaro's Jets rookie standout and the pride of Chatfield, Minnesota. My boy Josef
Okay.
Fahrenholtz, man. Let me clap it up for you, bro. Hold on, I got the claps ready. There they at. Come on. There we go.
Hey, okay, okay.
I know I'm missing a
Appreciate
lot of
it, bro.
stuff, man, but yeah, you doing a bunch of great things out there, bro. But I know you back in the States, man. How you feeling being back?
It's good, bro. It's good to be back to, just hear English a little bit. I can finally hear what other people are talking about because when you're by yourself out there, especially in Norway, you don't know what anybody is saying. So you can kind of feel a little isolated at times. So just being home and hearing English and seeing some signs I can read is definitely nice, bro.
Yeah, I know we talked a little bit before we pressed record, but it's nice to get some Chipotle too. I know that's your favorite spot,
Oh,
bro.
bro.
Hit it
Yeah.
immediately when you got back.
Of course. Of course. Had to, bro.
Yeah, I'm already
Yeah.
knowing, man. But now that you back, bro, I know you've only been back for a little bit, but what are some of your like initial reflections on your first season as a professional basketball player?
Yeah. I'd say the biggest thing is just like the maturity you have to like growing. Like it's like really a business and you see it. You see players get cut. You see players deal with like financial stuff. I know a lot of people who like just don't see the money ever. You sign
Hmm.
a deal, but you might not ever see it. Um, and actually the people you work with not might not be the most professional. So I'd say the biggest thing was just learning how to be a professional in year one, like just knowing like, just because someone else isn't acting professional about something, like that doesn't mean you can't. Like someone could really just cut you out of the blue for nothing. So um just really being able to manage myself and be good about being by myself. Because you go to practice and then after practice, you got endless free time.
Hmm.
So it's just about being able to manage your time and really be good about being by yourself.
Okay. Yeah, man. And I've heard stories about that with some of my other friends that play pro. Like you said, sometimes you don't get the money. Is that
Right.
like a common thing? Like, what is that like? They just don't have it, or they just like how does that even come to be? What is that about?
Yeah, so the beginning, typically in your contract, like if you have an agent, so I have an agent, my agent um would, show me the deal, show me how much I was getting paid, what my situation would look like as far as, meals, transportation, housing. And, in that situation, you would then, either give your agent like your bank information or
Mm.
someone from the club would reach out. Sometimes people like say, "Oh, we'll give you like cash." Like a lot of people are doing like under the table stuff, or
Oh wow.
they'll like either wire you or give you a check, and then sometimes they just don't have the money. Like they'll literally just straight up tell you like we don't have the money, like we
Oh
can't
really?
we can't pay
Wow.
you. Yeah, so thankfully that never happened to me, but I have had some friends that like they haven't seen some money in some years from a club. So uh
Wow.
yeah, so it's all really good about just knowing who you're signing with and just like the situation you're in.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
glad to hear that didn't happen to you, especially with your rookie year. I know
right.
that it was probably a big, a big leap of faith having an agent because when you're in college and you have your parents and a high school coach or AAU coach that
Right.
you trust versus an agent that it's there's monetary gain for both of you guys. So
Yeah,
um and like you said, dealing with other people having their issues with financial stuff as well. You're playing for a job. You're not playing
exactly.
for fun anymore. You're not playing like I know college is a business as well, but professional is a different level. These are grown men trying to take care of
Yeah,
their families, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And like you said, you managed it well, and I'm glad to see, came out of your rookie year smiling, man. Come back in good
For
spirits. You
sure.
seem like you're in good spirits, so I love to hear that for you. Um, so as far as your first year being a professional basketball player, what is the biggest difference that you saw from the college game? Like was there a leap of athleticism, a leap of ball knowledge? How did the system change? Like what can you spot as far as difference between college and pro game?
I'd say initially, just like my rookie year, I knew I had to go in there and perform. Like in college, it's kind of like okay, like you're kind of in it together with the people around you, and
Hmm.
you can depend on people like that, and that'll like help carry your team. You might have a chance to like a lot of people stay in their colleges. Like there's the portal now, so it's you're always gonna have somewhere to go if you're a solid player. Whereas like at the pro, your first year, you got to get the stats, you got to get the numbers right away. Otherwise, you just don't have a job. So I would say just like knowing coming in the year was like, okay, I have to perform. I have to have these numbers. So just knowing that like, okay, I got to go get mine my first year. But you also got to win too, because if you have a losing record and you guys don't do so well, like why would a team want you the next year? So that was something I kind of battled with this year was, am I doing too much? Am I shooting too much? Am I like sacrificing for the team in the wrong way? So um I would just say you really just got to be focused on yourself your first
Hmm.
year for sure.
Is there a bigger is there more pressure for an American player to come out overseas because they're investing more into you to get you out there for your housing and stuff like that? So is there more pressure for the American players to come out and perform right away?
Oh yeah,
Do you
for
feel?
sure. You're the import. You're the one who's getting paid the most money on the team. Like majority of the times, like the American is getting paid way more than say if like someone else from a different country is on the team as an import. Like the American
Okay.
is typically more paid more, expected more. Um, yeah, you're just like if you have two bad games in a row, you get a third one, you might be gone. So it's
Wow.
like
It's like that.
yeah, there was a guy that I knew that was playing in Belgium, and yeah, he got cut. He got sent home because he just wasn't performing. So you hear
So,
about that a lot, actually.
wow. So they can just send you home in the middle of the season, just
Yeah, they can. A lot of the times they can just end your contract whenever.
oh wow,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought they
yeah,
would, in the NBA, I know when you sign a contract in the NBA, they have to fulfill it. Like us, my terrible, horrible Phoenix Suns are still paying four coaches for the next 5 years that aren't going to coach us. But that's interesting to know that they can just terminate the contract like that. It's kind of like the workforce, and here
Mhm.
people can just terminate your position at any time. So um, that's interesting. Did you ever feel like did that pressure ever creep in a little bit, knowing that that could potentially happen to you, or how did you block out that noise and be able to,
Mhm.
stay even keel and continue to throughout the season when you had a bad game?
Yeah. I think I really wasn't trying to focus on it. If I did, like, I'm really good at catching myself. I'm like, okay, why am I wasting my time worrying about the what ifs?
Okay.
Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, I just gotta be good about that. And I feel like learning, a little bit about that in college. Like, okay, like, I'm dealing with all this stuff around me. Like, I just gotta be me. And if it happens, I'm prepared to know that I can take the next step. I get sent home. If there's another opportunity, then there is. But if there isn't, there isn't. So just being really in the moment, I feel like has helped me a lot. I thankfully never had two back-to-back bad games, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. But I think
Yeah.
I'd be able to manage it
And that's something, bro, that I admire about you, bro, because when we were both at UW Superior, you know that you
Yeah.
handled that a lot better than me. I left. I was out, bro. And
No, I feel you, bro.
I was like, bro, this ain't for me. I left, but I watched you, get through some things you were dealing with. And, that's why one of us is a pro and one of us is a podcaster now. But, but that's something I admire about you, bro. Your work ethic, your determination is something that is, next level. And I know that's going to get you very far in life, especially with this hoop, whatever you want to do with this hoop, bro. I believe in you 100%.
Appreciate that, bro.
Um, and I just love to see you keep going, bro. So as far as your rookie year, what is something you can look back on that you're never going to forget? What is your favorite memory from your rookie year, bro?
Yeah, I'd say the people I met. was definitely an opportunity that was, only given to me by God. So that is something where I'm like, okay, this is, I can say I worked as hard as I wanted to, but there was help from someone else. And so like the people I met a dude in Norway that was really invested in Chinese basketball and is a pro hooper too. Um, he really changed my outlook on the way I work out, like being smart about it, solid person. I met some coaches in Luxembourg that ultimately might be helping me with my chances of playing for a different team next year. So I feel like just the way things were, you know, laid out in front of me this rookie year just kind of felt like it feels like the next step was always just there. Like it didn't feel like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Like it was just kind of unfolding, which is like kind of new to me. I don't know if you've ever had a moment where you're just like, well, this is just like too sweet right now.
Hmm.
And it kind of felt like that towards the end of like just the type of people I was meeting and being surrounded with. We didn't do too well as a team on either team that I played for this year, but just the people I met, I feel like are really gonna help me out in this journey that I'm on.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. And I'm sure, you met some great people over there. As far as, saying that you played for two teams, I remember, we spoke a few weeks ago and you told me you were signing a second contract to help a team with the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, it was a team in Luxembourg, and they were signing two imports to help them with like their play. It's not really called the playoffs; it's called like the play downs actually. So when a
Okay.
club um, overseas, there's always like first league, second league, third league, and this club was trying to stay in the first league, first division, and they were like fighting the urge of getting relegated. So like they were trying to stay above the second team. So I ended up signing with them once my contract ended in Norway, and then I finished there for a month and a half. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I know you hear a lot of WNBA players going to play there during the off season. So
right.
once that season is up, you're not restricted like in the NBA. You can go sign with a different team, right?
So it is. This is the other complicated part. So when you sign with a team, your rights are then owned by the team. You might finish your season, but they
Okay.
still have like your rights. So some teams could be really like like lowball you and just like not give up your rights. Like could just like hold them if they wanted to keep you or do like something really like dirty with it. But
Mhm.
most teams, just let you go at the end of the year and don't do anything with that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Well, there's a lot of, nuances that come with the professional game. I never played professional, so I wouldn't know. But what would be, a piece of advice that you would give to, somebody that's coming out of college that's looking to play professional, whether that's overseas, whether that's I know there's like little leagues in, the States like that, like the TLC or
Mhm.
what's it called? TBT. I don't really know what it's
Yeah,
called.
something like that.
But what would be a piece of advice that you would give somebody looking to make that jump from college to professional?
Yeah, I would say if you don't have agents reaching out to you your last year of college, I would definitely try to like find FIBA agents. You can go on the FIBA website and find agents who are legit. You can find their ID number, and that'll say that they're with FIBA. They're FIBA verified, meaning that if you sign with an agent who's not, they could be, you know, like you just don't really trust them that much. Like it doesn't really show like they're licensed. If that makes
Okay.
sense. Um, but I would say to really just branch out to people. Like if you don't have anything going for you, I'm a firm believer in just DMing people. Like if you don't have the answer to something, like reach out to anybody and surround yourself with the people who want to do the same thing. I was going overseas for the last 2 years prior to like work out and work camps with a friend I know that is Swiss Serbian. So I kind of had the opportunity to just surround myself with pros. And then by that, I ended up getting an agent just from, knowing people and then watching them in college and, ultimately having someone believe in me. Um, so I never had to go and do any workouts or do any like because there's some stuff that some agents come and have a bunch of players play like 5-on-5 or do workouts and then you can sign with the agency. I would recommend doing that if you don't have any sort of option. Um, but yeah, to just DM people and message people about their agent or how they did it.
Okay. And is the process of going overseas difficult? I don't know if you have to get like a visa, like a work visa. Was that a pretty smooth process since you were coming over there to work?
Yeah, so that's a lot of stuff like your agent handles, but some people don't have agents and can somehow directly work with the club. I don't
Okay.
know how that works, but typically, you sign with the club and then they purchase your visa, and then you have to you'll have to go to like some sort of building once you get there, and you have to fill out your paperwork to be registered, and then you'll get like a Visa ID card um, in the mail, and just like show that you're a temporary resident of that country.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome, bro. Well, that's a lot of good information. I know in my prior interview, my homeboy T Gaines, he just finished playing his college career. So I know he's gonna, check this out. I told him you were up next on the totem pole to interview, and
Got
he
you.
was really excited to hear what you had to say. Because there's a lot of guys that want to play pro ball, and
For sure.
it's a very big accomplishment. And if I haven't said it enough, bro, I'm extremely proud of you, bro, and I'm super blessed to be a part of your journey. I know we only met, got to hang out for that first semester at UW
Right.
Superior, but I feel like we formed a really, really good friendship, bro. And you're a very genuine person. And that's, if people, ever ask me about you, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he could shoot some hoop, but above all else, he's a great guy. He's a
Appreciate
very
you, bro.
genuine guy, bro. And just an honor to meet you, bro. Last thing before we get out of here, you're a Minnesota guy.
Yes, sir.
Your Timberwolves didn't look too good in game two, but they looked good in game one. How do you feel about this series? How do you think this series is going to
Man, the ref sold, bro. The
go?
ref sold, bro. And Luca,
Yeah.
Luca began to that foul line a little too much, but hey, I'm sure Ant's ready to bounce back, bro. You
Yeah, y'all
already
think
know
y'all
it.
gonna pull it off, or y'all think they
We
gonna?
got to. We have to. We
Okay.
will, for sure.
Yeah, I believe in Ant. I don't know about Julius Randle. He looks a little. I don't know when he shoots the ball, it's a little wrench in the offense. It's not as smooth, but I like Anthony Edwards, even though he be trolling off the court stuff. But we're not even gonna get
Yeah,
into
bro.
that,
He was fine.
man.
50K, bro. 50K is crazy.
50K. Did you hear what he said to the people on the sideline? Did you
Yeah,
see the,
bro.
the clip on Twitter?
Yeah.
He's a wild boy, man.
Yeah, bro. He can say whatever, I guess, but that's how it is.
Yeah. All right. Last question. I want to ask you one silly question
I
before
got
you
you.
get out of here. A little bit more personal with the people. With you being a what, 6'8", six
Yeah,
eight guy,
yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it for you to find pants that fit? I've been wondering this for quite some time now.
Bro, it is actually really hard, bro. You can't like sweatpants, nothing, bro, is like low key, bro. This is a little bro.
Touchy subject.
I be tucking my sweatpants in my socks on purpose, bro. Cause you be walking by the old people, bro, and you already know they're like, bro, is the flood coming? And it's like you already
Yeah,
know.
man. And I'm a sweatsuit guy, so I couldn't imagine not being able to find one in my size. That would hurt. But hey, man, gotta take the good with the bad, bro.
Nah, for real. It comes with its pros and cons for sure.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. I appreciate the time that you give me, bro. As always, we gonna be in touch.
For
I hope
sure.
you enjoy your time off, get to see the fam, get to see the lady, and just, gear up and get ready for next season. I can't wait to see what you continue to do with this, bro. And you got my support all the way.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, those UWS days, bro, are crazy.
Yeah, well,
That was the time, man.
we'll reminisce on those off camera, man. You're a professional now.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, we can't say too much about all that, bro.
Nah, nah, not too much. All right, man. Well, it's nice talking to you, bro. You take it easy. Stay blessed, bro.
All right, bro. You too. Appreciate it.
All right.